Good morning. We are very few, but whoever few we are, can you see me? Can you hear me well? Good morning, Alexandra. Good. We will just wait for a few seconds to start. Good morning, Elena. There was I saw it in Facebook, there was a problem with the links. The links were for last week. So I don't know the people that were subscribed. Good morning, Sabrina. Georgiana, good morning. Anyway, we wait for a few seconds, but the waiting, we don't really have to wait. We wait, but we don't really wait, because this moment is. You know, one thing that I want to start to emphasize in these morning meditations is that to try to create the habit for ourselves to do these morning meditations on our own every day. It doesn't have to be long, especially if we have not done it before, even just to have 10 minutes of a morning meditation. That's wonderful. Just a few things to remember. If you can, just the reason for what I'm going to say now is that our mind is really like a machine, and it works on habit. This particular machine, works on habit. Most of the way we do everything in our life is because we do it out of habit. And it will be something very important to create the habit of meditation. And then in the beginning it's difficult, but if we can start to create a habit, for example, if we can do the meditation every day, no matter what, every day. Second thing is to try to do it always at the same time, or at least at the close time. Let's say we wake up at 7 in the morning and we try to do the meditation not after 8, sometime between 7 and 8, for example. And that's what I try to do in my case. I try to do the meditation as soon as I can after I wake up in the morning. And I do a little bit of stretches before in the bed. And the first thing I do is try to sit in my meditation. So at the first hour, at the same, and then also, if you can, to do it always in the same place. That's also important, because if we can create a little space for the meditation, it doesn't have to be a whole room, just a corner of a room. But if we always use the same pillow, for example, if we always use the same chair, if we need a chair, if we always use the same mattress, if we always use the same, if we can create a little space in which is always the same, then not in the beginning, but after a few days, the mind will get into the habit. Oh, it will say, oh, this is my meditation moment. Okay, so maybe it's time for me to relax. And the mind will do that on its own. Not completely, will not be a perfect relaxation, but it will really help. So, same hour, same place. And if we can create a little space around to use always the same pillow, the same chair, then another thing is what I wanted to say. There was one more thing I wanted to bring. Oh yes, that one thing I wanted to say is also very, very important. I mentioned it before, but I like this very, very much. There was a teacher that I heard recently saying that if we do a half an hour meditation, that half an hour is going to depend on the 23 hours and 30 minutes that we did before. So that half an hour depends on all the time before the meditation, what we did before that. So if we spend our whole day lost out, worrying, planning, thinking, then very probably that meditation is also going to be the same. So one thing that this teacher was recommending, and obvious, but spend throughout your day just a few seconds to stop. And take a few seconds to breathe. Take a few seconds to look. Take a few seconds to connect to your body. And you don't have to be in any particular space to do that. You can even be in a very busy environment, and still, without anybody knowing, you can take 5 seconds and take a breath. Your desk, let's say, and you need to go to the kitchen to pick up a cup of coffee. Instead of running from your desk to the kitchen, or instead of walking from the desk to the kitchen thinking about your next project, you can have the aim, okay, I'm going to, the moment I will get up from the desk until I reach the kitchen, which is how long? 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm going to use these 15 seconds to be more present to this moment. And so you walk. Nobody has to notice. You walk doing a meditation. And of course, now many people are not in the office or at home. It's the same thing. You need to go to the toilet. Instead of rushing to the toilet, go from your desk walking, like if it was a walking meditation. And try to incorporate these 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds throughout your day. And those few seconds, which seem nothing in the moment, they will have a big effect in your mind, and then they will have a big effect on your meditation moment, on this morning meditation. So Oh, she said, Camilla said it's a problem with the image. Is it a problem? Maybe the connection here is a new place that I found for my meditations, and maybe the connection is not the best. I need to work on that. It got better for me. Okay. I will check this connection after this. I'm glad, Civil. Amazing that we have this possibility to share a meditation in Bucharest and Romania and Switzerland. So the meditation we will do today is very simple. Very simple means it can be easily repeated. But of course, it's not so easy because the mind is always thinking and worrying and planning and getting lost. But that will be the focus of the meditation. The focus of the meditation is going to be focus. The focus of the meditation is going to be focus. And focus just means we're going to rest in the sensations of the moment. Then we're going to do a scan of the whole body. And then we're going to start to pay attention to the breath. And finally, and we will stay there for a bit longer, we are going to focus our attention at the entrance of the air, at the nostrils. We will inhale and exhale, paying very clear attention to the nostrils, inhaling and exhaling. And that's all. And then at the very end, so it's like imagine that there is a flashlight. We are going to put the flashlight in a way that the light is very pointed. It's going to be focused only on very precise things. So at the beginning, the light is going to be a bit more white. We will pay attention to the whole moment. Then it's going to start to get more focus in different parts of the body. Then more focus just at the breath. And then finally, really, really focus at the nostrils. Now, just think of this. The important thing is not really the nostrils or the breathing. The important thing is the attention, the focus. So you pay attention to the nostrils, to the inhalation and exhalation, but the important thing is the focus, not really the nostrils, not really the breath. And then at the very, very end, for a short period, from being very focused at the nostrils, we are going to release the attention. And again, we are going to expand the attention into the experience of the whole. So we will start the so-called formal meditation. So find a comfortable position. It's fine to sit in a chair. It's fine to sit in a pillow with your legs crossed. I am sitting in a pillow with my legs crossed. I feel comfortable with that, but because I've been doing this for quite some time, most people don't. So it's fine to sit in a chair. But what is important is to keep your spine long. Don't slouch. That's what is important. Don't stay there. This is too much weight for the neck. The neck is going to get painful. The back is going to get painful. Keep your spine long. Open the chest, relax the shoulders. Put your hand. I prefer to put them on top of my lap. One palm on top of the other one with the thumbs touching. You can always cross the fingers and touch the thumbs. If you put it on top of your knees, palms up, you can always do this mudra, which is very beautiful, or you can put the palm facing down. Now, find this position for your hands and try to keep them there. Close your eyes. So first, I will just like to spend a few seconds again on the posture. Try to feel that the posture is comfortable, steady and comfortable. Steady means that you feel that you're not going to fall, to have a good base. That's one reason why it's good if you can cross your legs on the floor. It's good to have a wide opening on your hips because you have more possibilities to put your legs on the floor. But just have a good base for your legs. Now feel the length of your spine. Open the chest. Soften the shoulders. And I would like you to imagine that you have a bowl full of water and you don't want to spill the water. It's completely full of water to the very top. And so any little movement is going to drop some water. So just imagine that you have this bowl and you don't want to spoil any water at all, which means that you want to keep the position as still as you can. If at any moment you need to move, it's not a problem to move, but try to avoid moving. For example, if you have a scratch in your left arm, you will have the impulse to go and scratch, but try to avoid it. Don't do it. Instead, pay attention to it, and I can guarantee you that very probably the itch is going to disappear on its own. And just for a few seconds, notice this moment. Just simply connect to this moment. You hear the sounds. Because the eyes are closed, then the next powerful sense that appears is the ears. So just use them. Hear the sounds. Just with your eyes closed, notice the space in which you are. Notice if you feel comfortable in this space or if you feel a bit tense because, I don't know, maybe you're afraid that somebody can enter or it's not a very friendly environment, or the opposite, you feel very quiet and very comfortable in this particular space. Simply notice this moment right now. One very important thing which I didn't mention, and I wanted to. One very important thing is whatever meditation you happen to have, that is going to be the best meditation that you could have had. Which means that whatever happens is okay. It's not supposed to be any different from what it is. Remember, if we really understand, this meditation depends on the 23 hours and 30 minutes that happened before. That's already past. That's already done. So we cannot change that. And that is going to affect this meditation right now. And that's fine. Let this meditation be as it is. This is probably the most important thing of everything I said and everything I'm going to say. This is probably the most important thing. Whatever happens, that's okay. There is no wrong meditation. This is very important. I'm going to guide you, and I'm going to keep bringing your day moment to be as it is. This is truly the most important thing. Now start to connect your body. Just notice the body. And start to see if you have tensions in your body. Keep the body long. Keep the spine long. But try to relax the body. Notice your feet. Just pay attention to your feet. Notice your toes on the right foot, on the left foot. Notice the sole of your feet. The right foot, the left foot. Notice the top of your feet on the left and on the right. Notice your ankles. Notice your calf muscles and relax those muscles. Notice your knees. Soften the knees. Notice your thighs. Notice the whole of your legs. And with your mind, imagine that you're giving a very sweet, gentle, loving massage in your legs. And you soften your legs, you relax your legs. Feel that the weight of your legs start to be transmitted toward the floor, to the chair, to the ground. Just notice the legs, and with your mind, just soften the legs. Your hips. Notice the contact of your glutes and either the pillow or the chair or the ground. I'm sorry if the connection is not so good. If my voice disappears at a certain point, just return yourself, do it on your own. And then when you hear my voice again, return to my voice. Notice your tummy. Soften your tummy. Notice that there is air coming into your tummy and the tummy expands. Notice that the air leaves your tummy. The tummy contracts. If your mind runs away into some thoughts, some worries, some problems, some memory, don't worry for it. Just bring the mind back. Continuously bring the mind back. And bring the mind back right now into the different parts of the body. Right now, bring the mind back into the chest. Notice your chest. And just with your mind, soften the chest. Remember, it's not a problem if your mind is very agitated. If you're here in this meditation, it's because you want to work on it. And the way to work on it is not to worry if your mind is very agitated. Just simply stay. Stay here. Just keep returning. Keep returning. You may have to return 1 time, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, maybe even 100,000 times. It's not a problem. Just simply keep returning. Keep returning to this moment. Right now, notice your chest. Notice the upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Notice your hands and your fingers. Just feel the weight of your arms. And notice that the weight of your arms is like leaving the arms. And the arms become softer and lighter. The important thing is to return to the moment. And the moment right now is the awareness of your arms. Notice your shoulders. Often there is a lot of tension in the shoulders. Notice the shoulder blades. And just with your mind, imagine that you're giving the shoulders a gentle massage. Sweet, soften, gentle massage. Stay in your shoulders a few seconds. Noticing the shoulders, softening the shoulders. The body, you try not to move the body. But with your mind, stay in your shoulders and massage and soften and relax your shoulders. Notice your neck. Try to keep your neck long. And to keep your neck long, you will very gently push the crown of your head up. And don't bring the chin up. Just make a long neck. And stay there. Start to notice your face. And just try to see that often in the face there is like a mask that hides our real face. The mask often has a particular shape. But our face doesn't have to have any shape at all. Our face is sweet, is soft. Our face is relaxed. Our face is beautiful. Notice your lips. Soften your lips. Soften your eyes. Now, without moving your face, in your mind, have a smile in your face. Don't move your face. Don't move your lips. But just simply in your mind, create a smile in your face. Notice your forehead. Notice your head. And just scan the whole of your body. Your legs, your hips, your trunk, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, your face, your head. And just you feel something very light, very soft. It's not weight at all. And I start to notice that into this soft, relaxed body, there is air coming in and air going out. Simply notice this air. The air is coming into the body, and the air leaves the body. Because I just mentioned the air, maybe they need to take a deeper breath appears. That's perfectly fine. Just let that happen. And then just see that the air is coming maybe to your tummy. Maybe some air is coming to your back. You feel the air coming into the lungs. Just see where you feel the air coming. Try to focus on the air coming into your body. Remember, it's not important if you're there all the time. What is important is that you want to return to this moment. You may lose the connection with what I'm saying many times. I promise you, it's not a problem. What is important is that you are here doing the meditation. That's the most important. And then that you want to try to come back. Means you return to the moment. In this case, right now, you return to the connection of your breathing. Notice the air coming in, notice the air going out. And for example, this connection to the breathing is something that you can bring into your everyday life, even for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You're doing your job, and then at a certain point you remember, and you say, for the next 10 seconds, I'm going to notice my breathing. Or you can say, for the next 2 breathings, I'm going to pay attention to it. Just simply noticing your breathing. Especially minds that are very busy and they feel that busyness is the meaning of their life. Then to notice the breath, for those minds, notice the breath seems something so silly, so unimportant, almost like wasting our time. But I promise you, this is a really wrong conclusion of a very busy mind. The mind may be very useful for many things, but a busy mind is not necessarily a very wise mind. There is a whole level of experience, a whole level of realization of life that depends on a quiet mind. There is a whole beautiful, amazing, wonderful world that a busy mind cannot connect to, cannot touch, cannot imagine. And it's the kind of world that can bring us meaning, real connection. And that real meaning, real connection can happen in a quiet mind. So the important thing is not the breathing. The important thing is the connection to the moment. But the connection to the moment comes as an exercise through paying attention to the breathing. We could say that paying attention to the breathing is like playing the chords in the piano when what you really want is to play a sonata of Beethoven. But before you can play the sonata of Beethoven, which in this case is to experience life at its fullness, before you play the sonata, you have to practice the chords. And practicing the chords right now is simply noticing the breath. Now, and the focus is going to be the air entering through the nostrils. The air coming in and the air going out. At the nostrils, only at the nostrils. It's like if you really narrow your attention and you only notice your whole world for the next few moments is going to be your nostrils and seeing how the air comes in and goes out. And just focus your attention there. Now, to help you focus, you're going to do some counting. Exhale the air through the nostrils, and just before you're going to take the next inhalation, you count 1. You inhale, you exhale, and just before you take the next inhalation, you count 2. You inhale, you exhale. Just before you take the next inhalation, you count 3. You inhale, you exhale, and keep going with the counting until 10. And when you count to 10, you start again with 1. If your mind gets distracted and you lose the count, and this is very common and it happens to most people, then if you don't remember, did I say 3, did I say 4, did I say 7, then start again with 1. It's not important. It's not a competition. You don't have to reach 10. Just simply when you lose the count, start again in 1. You exhale, and before you inhale, you say 1. You inhale, you exhale, you say 2. And keep going until 10, and then start again. Keep the focus on the nostrils. Keep the focus on the air coming in and the air going out. Keep the focus on the counting. But most important, keep the focus on the focus. Just what is important is keep returning to the breathing. Keep returning to the nostrils. Keep returning to the counting. Keep the mind focused in one place, in a very narrow focus. Keep the mind focused. It's not easy. It should be very simple, just noticing the air coming in and the air going out. But it's not so easy. Just do that. Just focus your mind. Just focus your mind in the breathing. If your mind gets lost, just bring the mind back into the breathing, into the counting, into the nostrils. Now, wherever you are, stop paying attention to the breathing. Stop counting the breath. And I just want you to let your attention completely free. It's like if from a very narrow focus, we expand the attention into the whole of this moment, including the breath, including the body, including the sounds. Just notice this moment as it is. Like if suddenly the attention becomes expanded, immense, there is no restriction for your attention. It is everywhere, it is everything. Nothing can hold it, nothing can keep it. If you feel that you get lost, if you feel that it's too lost and you cannot, then return to the breathing, notice the breath. But from the breath, let the attention expand into the whole. And I want you to notice that whole. Be aware of that whole. Don't rest the attention on anything. Just notice that the attention is not resting on anything. There is nothing to hold on. There is nothing to grasp. There is nothing to understand. There is nothing to see. There is nothing to feel. There is no, just let this attention expand and just notice that expansion. And just very slowly bring the attention back into the breathing. Notice the air coming in and the air going out. Bring back the attention into the body. Notice your legs, notice your trunk, notice your arms, notice your face, notice your head. Take a deep inhalation into this body. And then very slowly start to move your hands, start to move your arms, start to move your shoulders, and to just open the eyes. Just make some circle with your shoulders, stretch the arms. If you feel like, stretch your legs, move a little bit your body. Stay with yourself, stay in this moment. We have a few minutes. If you have any comments or questions about what we just did, you're very welcome to write them in the live chat. The meditation again was longer than I expected. You don't have to make such a long meditation. It's not necessary. You can reduce everything that we did. You can reduce it to 5 minutes, to 10 minutes. For example, you can just spend a few seconds noticing the body, relaxing the body, and then you spend a couple of minutes noticing the breathing. And then you can spend a little bit more time just noticing, just focus the attention on the nostrils. And for example, that by itself can be a meditation. That's a very good question, Anna, but that would require a whole book to write. The attention, it's just to start to practice this possibility to narrow attention and to expand attention. It's a power that the mind has. Sometimes it's important to have also, we want to expand the attention. And just leave it at that. Just practice that for a while. That's something that I do talk about often in the other talks, especially in the Wednesday evenings. We go a bit deeper into the idea of attention and presence. It's just for now, it's just very wonderful to be able to focus the attention and to be able to expand the attention. It's also a wonderful way, Anna, to start to see that I am with the focus attention and with expand attention. Shirley, I'm very glad that you are there. Nice to know that you are there. Thank you, Sibyl. If you have any more comments or questions. It's a very good question, Anna. Today in the evening, I will do a talk about, I call it, we will talk a bit about which is more the spiritual side of presence. I often mention it, I don't so often talk directly about it. Today we will go a bit deeper into that idea of presence. But practice is meditation. Do it every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Please give it a like if you enjoy the meditation. And thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Alexandra. I see some of you in the evening, and maybe some of you tomorrow for the yoga class. Thank you very much. Ciao.